What's up, YouTube? It's JackalGoldKick, and welcome to Mr.Beef, episode 32, Larry Kool the Gamer, part 4. We're going to be responding to his new video about me called JackalGoldKick Sucks, part 4, and then some just stuff to say about another video he did on me where he was dissing me in a rap type of thing. I don't know how long I'll continue the Larry Kool the Gamer thing, probably until I get bored of it. It does get good views. I mean, the last 3 videos on Larry have all popped 100. They definitely have done a lot better than anything on his channel. That's for sure. So this has been some easy views and easy content to make. I will say that for sure. But yeah, we are going to respond to his video. Before we respond to his video, someone left a comment on his video, and I have to respond to what he replied because it really contradicts a lot of the things he's just been trying to put against me. So I'll show you what I mean. So someone left a comment on his JackalGoldKick Sucks Part 4 video saying, you claim he doesn't like a lot of games. What would you say he needs to do since you say he's closed-minded? That's somebody being like a third-party, neutral stance asking him something. And then Larry Kool the Gamer, what he said in response is that what he said about me, be more open-minded about games and actually take the time to play a game. He says, well, I don't need to play a game. I can just look at video game footage and see if the game's actually good or not. Well, that's true. That he literally admitted that shit. When I saw that, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this dude literally admitted that it is true that you can judge a game based off footage. When this whole time, what has he been giving me shit for? Oh, you can't judge a game based off footage. Like, how do you know if you don't even play it? And then he admits right here that you can judge a game based off footage. And it's right here on the video. So, I'm not lying. Like, I'm trying to show it so it doesn't. But yeah, there's the whole comment right there. There's the whole comment. He admits it. It's not showing up the best on the screen. I'll screenshot it just in case, like, the video gets deleted or some crazy shit like that. But yeah, he literally admitted it, which is insane to me. It's like, you literally admitted that it's right to judge a game based off footage. When this whole time, what has he been giving me shit for? You judge a game based off footage, but then you admit I'm right about that. And that's my whole point, Larry. That's the whole thing I was saying from the fucking beginning, is that when it comes to new games, I look at footage nowadays and make my decision. That's why they have gameplay. That's why they have gameplay trailers and all that. I mean, they just show gameplay and trailers to say, look at our amazing video game. No, they show it so they can see if people are interested or not to play it. I mean, come on. Like, that's the whole purpose behind it, right? So let's read the rest of his comment. He says that what he adds on to that is that because you can't always listen to a review critic and think that the game sucks, you have to try it for yourself and then determine if the game sucks. It's the same thing with movies. Sometimes Rotten Tomatoes gives a shit review to a movie that's not actually that bad. I'm like The Rookie, for instance, that didn't get the greatest review on their site, and they've done some other movies that they give bad reviews on. I thought they were okay, and then they've done movies like A Pig with Nicolas Cage and get it like 96 or 97%. They said it was good. I thought that movie was crap, so I can't go by the critics all the time. That was, you would never see any good movies. Same thing with video games. Now, to address his review, other part of the comment, look, Larry, when I mention reviews and when I look at reviews of games, I never once, like, unless it's like Damnation or Ride to Hell Retribution, because who the hell is going to play that? Like, you can just look at gameplay and laugh at how bad, like, Damnation is or how bad Rogue Warrior is and shit. But for most games, I've never once looked at reviews and thought, okay, they say it's good, so I'm going to get it. Or they say it's bad, so I'm not going to get it. I've never done that. It's a case of, okay, like, the reason I look at reviews is because they also have gameplay. And because the reviewers can talk about the thing, like, because the reviewers can talk about what the game has, what it plays like, because some reviewers tell, people in general if this is something that you would play based on, what your taste is and this and that, So I never, let me make this clear once again, Larry Kool the Gamer. Let me say this so you can understand. I never once look at reviews of games, right? I never once look at reviews of games and just go off of, oh, they say it sucks? Well, I'm not trying it. They say it's good? Well, I'm not trying it. And I'll give you more proof of that. One of my favorite games is The Evil Within 1. And that game was shit on like crazy by critics. A lot of people give that game shit. A lot of critics say that game sucks. The second one's better. A lot of people shit all over The Evil Within 1. But I love that game. It's in my top 10 favorite games. So I don't go by what critics say, because if I went by what critics say, would have never played the evil within, would have never even defended the evil within. So when I talk about reviews and look at reviews, it's based off gameplay they show and, you know, things they say about the game. I never once care to make the action or make the choice of, okay, I'm going to look at these reviews, and if these people say the game sucks, I'm not getting it. But if they say it's good, then I'm getting it. No, I've never done that, because that doesn't make sense. Because at the end of the day, what they think is not going to be the same as what you think. So how I do it with gameplay and reviews is I'll look at the game, see what the footage is like, and decide if it's something that interests me or if it doesn't interest me. That's how I go about it. I've never been one of those people to say, okay, I'm not going to get this because of what critics say in terms of their opinion. Because you could think differently than they do. There's been plenty of times I thought differently than they do. Like, for example, The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke. I love Ethan Hawke, but I just couldn't get into that movie. And it has positive reviews from critics and fans, but I couldn't get into it. But then a movie like Shanghai with John Cusack, that got like 4% or something on Rotten Tomatoes, but I thought it was a decent time waster. I thought it was at least entertaining. I didn't think it was as bad as a 4%. And that movie got horrible ratings. So I don't go by what critics say. So you're wrong on that. I don't. So I'm glad I could clear that up for the whole review thing. So once again, it's like you lose this battle. Like, I've watched this video before, and I'm going to watch it for this video, but he claims that I'm going to win this battle. Or no, he says I'm going to win this war or whatever. It's like, how are you going to win this war? Like, what have you said about me that's true? Like, I've had your videos play in all my Mr.Beef videos, and tons of people have heard it. Have any of them chosen your side and went against me? No. Because everything you say is bullshit. None of the stuff you said about me is true. You get mad at me for deciding whether I want to be into a game or not based off footage, but then you admit in the comment of that video that I just read that you can base your opinion off of the game footage. Then what's your problem with me? What is your problem with me, Larry Kool the Gamer? What is really your problem with me? Because when I look at it this way, my view of PS5 and Series X, my view of modern gaming, my view is this. Here's my view. My opinion on that, and why I'm still not really super interested and, you know, hyped about modern gaming, is because I base that off of like this guy just doesn't know anything about me. That's why this whole thing is just stupid, because this guy just doesn't know shit about me. Like, I watch a lot of game showcases. I watched E3 from 2021. I keep up with a lot of it. Now, I don't anymore, because a lot of game showcases just get on my nerves, because you see games that aren't even interesting and you waste your time. But for a while, I was watching a lot of game showcases. Let me take a drink of coffee, because this has been sitting here for a minute. But like, with game showcases, I've watched a lot of game showcases, right? And I've then made my I'm trying to word this the right way. I've watched a lot of game showcases, and from there, I've seen what they show, and that right there can tell me what games are interesting and what games aren't interesting. And the majority of modern games and new games that I've seen from a lot of these game showcases haven't interested me. They haven't interested me. I've seen the stuff that came out for PS5 and Series X. I keep up to date with stuff. I see footage of stuff, because I'm a damn gamer at the end of the day. I mean, come on. This is how other gamers work too. They keep up to date, or they look at footage of certain games to see what interests them or not. Same as people who like movies, they watch trailers. You know, same as people that like music, they might listen to a single. Now, like I said, with music, that's probably like the only, like, I would say music is different, because like, you got to listen to music to see what you think of it. But I think video games are different in that regard. So yeah, when it comes to this whole thing of you mad at me, Larry Kool the Gamer, I don't get it. And I think it's honestly stupid, you know, because first of all, I just make my opinion on gaming and modern gaming nowadays based off the showcases and what I saw and what interests me and what doesn't interest me. And that's all I do at the end of the day. It's never just to be against it, or to agree with critics or go by what they say. No. If I watch reviews or look at gameplay, it's mostly based on looking at the gameplay and then hearing what the reviewer has to say about how the game plays. Never going by what critics say. And all the showcases I watched, all the gameplay I've seen of, you know, video games, I decide if it's for me or if it's not for me. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. And that's what I've always done. And you don't have to try, you know, like let's say you're not interested in a game based off the footage. You don't have to go and try it to see if you still have the same opinion, because in most cases you won't. You won't have a different opinion. I mean, basically. You won't, because I tried that myself with Spyro Trilogy. I bought that digitally, and I didn't feel differently compared to when I saw the footage. It just wasn't my thing. So, again, Larry Cool the Gamer, I don't know what your problem is with me. Because when it comes to my opinion on modern gaming and how I feel about PS5 and Series X, it's my opinion based on my gaming taste. And based on what I've saw from these game showcases, from these new video games, I don't really see a lot of stuff to be interested in based off the footage I saw. Not based off what critics said, not based off of anything else. It's based off of, okay, the gameplay and me just not being interested in a lot of these titles. That's literally it. It's as simple as that. But you make it about how I'm closed-minded, even though I've watched these game showcases, wasted my fucking time watching them. You claim I'm closed-minded when, this is something I forgot to mention in the other videos, I've tried a lot of games. That's something you don't know about me, Larry Cool the Gamer. I've tried a lot of games. I've tried Final Fantasy VII, I've tried Final Fantasy X, I've tried Final Fantasy XII, I've tried Final Fantasy 15. I've tried the Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 1. I've tried God of War 2018. I've tried Spider-Man PS4. I've tried Neo. I've tried Bloodborne. I've tried Sekiro. I've tried Horizon Zero Dawn. I tried the Terminator. I wish there was a good Terminator game, because I don't know if they ever made one, but Tomb Raider. I've tried the Tomb Raider game on the 360, the 2013 version. I've tried Spyro Trilogy. You know, all those games I just mentioned, and like Infamous Second Son, and like, what was something else? I think something else was like Bayonetta, you know, Bayonetta, and all these games I just mentioned. I've tried all of them and played them gameplay-wise, whether it was somehow having the games or playing it through someone's account or someone else that had them. So I've tried games. Even when it didn't seem like I get into a genre, I've tried more than one game. You know, I tried more than one Final Fantasy game when I didn't know if I was into JRPGs or not. And I made the conclusion that it's just not for me. And I've tried more than one of those games. Same thing with like stealth games. I tried all the Splinter Cell games and kind of forced myself to beat them back when I tried to complete everything I had OCD like. But I don't do that anymore because that's stupid, because you should only play games you enjoy. But I tried the stealth genre. I've tried the Splinter Cell games. I've tried God of War 2018 and the Final Fantasy games, Kingdom Hearts. And I tried a lot of games to see if they're for me or not, and a lot of them weren't for me. So I've tried video games. So you're trying to paint me as this person that's closed-minded, and I just go by what critics say, and, you know, this and that. It's like, it's not even true, because I've tried a lot of video games before. I have. And a lot of the reason I've did it is because there's been times where I'm like, man, gaming is so dry these days. Can I get into something new? I'll find a way to play certain games that someone else I know has or something like that, and see if I can get anything new. So I've tried other games. Like, for example, I bought I think it was like November of 2020 or 2019. I tried the not Evil Within, god damn it. I tried the DMC HD collection to see what I thought of that series. So I've actually tried games. So you can't say I haven't, because I have. I've tried video games. I mean, let me put it to you this way. If I didn't try video games, or at least try some other stuff, how the hell would I even have made the video game genres I dislike? How is that video, how would I have been able to make a video called Game Genres I Dislike if I didn't try games? Answer that one for me. See, I know it's been a while. I know it's going on a while before I get to his video. I want to just state these things, Larry Cool the Gamer, because I just don't get what your fucking problem is with me. It makes no fucking sense. Like, what the fuck, you know? It's like, at the end of the day, I see the game footage, I make my opinion, and that's that. I decide whether it's interesting for me or not. And this whole closed-minded thing, you can get the fuck out of here with that shit. Because I've tried plenty of video games. I just fucking listed them earlier. You know, Spider-Man PS4, God of War 2018, the list goes on. I've tried some games here and there to see what I think of them. So I've actually tried games. You know, like if I have the opportunity to try something that someone else has, I don't just be like, I'm not trying that. Because no, I've tried games. I've tried games. That's what you don't understand. That's why in the one video I showed Rage 2 and Days Gone. Why would I buy those games if I was closed-minded? That makes no sense. Why would I get Dead Rising 4 if I'm closed-minded? Like, so I just hope this guy can finally get where the fuck I'm coming from, you know? because it just don't make sense. And by the way, the funny thing is, I was doing a tad bit of research on him, on his channel, and if you watch his PS5, I got the PS5 video, this dude like contradicted himself in that video with some of the stuff he said towards me. In this PS5 video, the guy literally says that he was talking about some of the launch games for PS5. He's like, you know, some of the launch games like Sackboy and, you know, a few others, they just, you know, they weren't interesting and most people didn't care about them, but these other ones are good. It's like, wait a minute. Just right there, he was making a judgment based on games he hasn't played. Didn't I do that? And didn't he give me shit for that? I mean, this guy's a joke. Like, I don't have the clip pulled up, but it's in his video. I got the PS5 video. He said that shit. He said that nobody cares about some of these launch PS5 games, and even though he hasn't played them. So it's okay for him to judge those certain launch PS5 games or whatever and think they're not interesting for most people, but it's not okay for me to judge games and decide that I'm not interested in them. So it's another contradiction. This guy always talks about how I'm inconsistent. You're inconsistent, man. The fact that you give me shit because I decide that I'm not into modern gaming or a lot of new games based off what I see, but then you do the exact same fucking thing. Like, it's stupid. But let's get, I know it's been going on a while, but let's get into his video about why I suck part 4. Let's do this shit. Now, this might have to be into parts because this will probably be long like the others because his video is 17 minutes. I don't really care about length. He kind of complained about the length, but I don't really care. Oh, hold up. Before I even get into his, video, I want to point something else out about him because I have to. So here's what I'm going to point out. I made a community post basically pointing out more hypocrisy from Larry Kool the Gamer. You know how this guy claims like I'm an asshole and I'm a douchebag and all this bullshit? The funny thing is, I went on one of his videos, right? I think the video was like recent PS5 pickups. It has Returnal in the thumbnail. And this one guy's, you know, the video was filmed really dark. And all this one guy said is, do you not have a flashlight that could make filming at night at least a little brighter? That's all he said, because the video was dark and he was just trying to give some criticism and point out, you know, the lighting problem. And Larry Kool the Gamer says, it was nighttime when I filmed this. I'm sure you can still see what I have here. And then he says, please stop complaining. It's like, so I'm the asshole, but yet when someone, you know, points out that, you know, your video could be lighter or you don't have a flashlight or something, you say to them that they need to stop complaining. Like, wow. But apparently I'm the asshole, right? I mean, come the fuck on. Like, and then the other comment where he's being a smartass to this one person named the Real G Money Hairston. She was talking about like the video being dark, because it was a dark video. So some people, you know, if the video's too dark, then lighting, you know, lighting is important in YouTube videos. That's just the reality of it. You know, it's got to be decently lit so people can see what the hell is going on, especially if it's a game pickup. And he was basically saying to her, like, I don't know what she was mentioning, but she was basically saying something like the video was dark or something. I can't remember what she was saying, but from what I remember, it wasn't rude what she said. And he said, yeah, I had to film it at night because I work nights in my job, so when I get home it's late, so I decided to film at night, then it's like this. That's what he explained. But the next comment rubs me the wrong way. He says to her, get some new glasses. It's like, why you gotta be a smart ass to one of your viewers? Like, it's right here. It's right here, the screenshot. So it's right there. You know, it's right there. Hold up. I need to make this dark mode so people can see things better. I don't know why I didn't do this. This is on another phone. So, yeah, let me make this dark mode. How the fuck do I do that? Shit. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So, I had to turn this on dark mode so you could see better. But yeah, here's the comment right there where he's a smartass to his viewer. Says, get some new glasses. So you're telling them to get some new glasses because your video is too dark? Are you fucking serious, dude? And yet I'm the one who's an asshole, right? Okay. And then here's the other comment. Guy just says, you got a flashlight, your video could be more bright. And then he says, stop complaining. So this is how Larry Kool the Gamer interacts with some of the people that supports his channel. But yet I'm the asshole. No wonder why I didn't like this guy and had beef with him. Holy shit, he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't the only one that thought this guy was a fucking douchebag, dickhead motherfucker. Makes you look bad, Larry. It makes you look real bad. It's quite sad, honestly. Like, someone gave me criticism recently, and I did apologize if I kind of went off, because at the time when someone gave me criticism, I was like dealing with some hate comments or something. But I always try to take criticism. But I did apologize in advance, because there was like some hate comments in advance that I was getting, you know, kind of ticked off with, like that stupid rapper Rich Rose, and then Larry Kool the Gamer's lame ass. But yeah, so we're gonna respond to his video. I might have to do a huge jump. But I was just wanting to show you guys that so you could see like the hypocrisy in him, and you can see like, you know, just I did a little bit of research to see what we're dealing with here. Man, that's another reason why I'm glad I'm doing this other Mr.Beef video, is so I can show you people more things about this guy. And another thing I want to say about this guy that also I'm going to call him out on. If you watch his video about things about me, near the end of that video, he says, I'm against gay marriage. And the funny thing is, I could use that against him. Like, you know how he got at me saying, you use the word retard, you know, you're making fun of those disabled people, or this and that, or you're racist because you used the N-word in the past. I could use the same logic against him and say, well, Larry Kool the Gamer, you're homophobic because you're against gay marriage. Because that's what the Bible says to him. That's what it accordingly says. You know, the funny thing is, what I never understood about some people like him who are religious, why are they against gay people and against gay marriage, when my rebuttal to this is this? It's like, if God exists and he made us the way that we're born away, right? I know there's a whole debate sometimes about, are you born gay or something, but like, okay, if certain people are born gay, then how is it wrong to be gay, or how is it a sin to be gay if that's the way God made people? That's something I never understood. So that's a question I'll ask you, Larry Kool the Gamer, since you're religious. That's something I'll ask you. Why do some people that are religious, like you and others, why do you sit there and say that it's wrong to be gay or it's a sin to be gay, but you live by God and you claim that he like creates all of us and stuff? And if he created all of us in his own image, then that means he made certain people to be born gay. Then how could it be wrong to be something that he created? Like, that's something I got to ask you, you know? And look, I'm an open-minded person. If someone could show me some articles or like some evidence or proof that there is a God and it sheds light on heaven and hell, then maybe I can make a decision. But until then, I just want to stay neutral, and I just want to stay agnostic. I don't bash people who are religious. I'm not a Satan worshiper or anything like that. I don't even care if someone's a Satanist. I don't even know much about Satanism. I don't even care if someone's a Satanist or like musician, unless they're doing horrible stuff. I don't know a whole lot about Satanism, but when it comes to religion, I just don't know yet. You know, I'm kind of like how Hobson was in No Mind Hobson 7, just questioning it and kind of just don't know what to think. And that's all I'll say about that. But finally, let's get to his video, JackalGoldKick Sucks, Part 4. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on, you know what? I'm going to make a cut. Should I make a cut? Should I make a cut? Scissors and... No, okay. No, fuck it. We'll keep going. It's just, sometimes when I film too long, the camera will cut off and the audio will get messed up. So, yeah, I'm going to make a cut. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. We're going to start watching this video, and we are going to respond to it. I'll try not to pause this video too much so it's not as long as the other videos, but I can't promise anything. Let's see how this goes.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Larry Kool the Gamer here. I'm back with another video. Today's gonna be a good day. I got a rant about this guy again, because he's been a real pain in my ass.
Because you just love me that much with the comments and videos you make.
Been doing these long videos about me. He did a video today, actually. It was over.
You hear that? That's the cop sirens going by. They're coming to arrest you for fucking with me. They're coming to arrest you for being a pedophile, because from those profile pictures you see, you look like a predator. But anyways. 2
hours and 4 minutes long. If you hear any noise in the background, it's just because I have neighbors next door. I'm not in a countryside, so what I will say, there may be a little bit of interference, and you may hear the occasional bird chirping. But I watched this whole video twice, and he's probably thinking, gee, why are you watching my videos twice? I know he's said this in one of his most recent videos about me. I watch your videos twice, not to give you the extra views, which I kind of do anyways, but I watch them twice to let it all sink in.
Okay, but you know what would be easier? Doing what I do. Like, what's stopping you from pulling my video up on your TV and, like, recording yourself, respond to it in that way? Like, realistically, if I had the tools, I would rather just do this, like, commentary style where I could just have the video play and then my clip video play, or, like, a reaction video on, like, a computer or something, but I gotta do a ghetto style with phone to phone. But I don't know what's stopping you from just recording the TV, having my video play, you stop, and then I know it'd be a long video, but I think that would be easier. But and it's good you're filming somewhere that's not loud. Holy shit, you actually took some criticism for once, but it's still not good enough, motherfucker. You're filming your garage door. Like, come on, man. That'd be like if I fucking just filmed, like, you know how I said I was out of shot? Imagine if I just said goodbye, and I filmed this black wall. Imagine if I just filmed this black wall the entire video. And I said, all right, we're going to be responding to Larry Kool the Gamer, and we got some things to say about him. Like, that would be like if I just filmed this thing the whole time. Hell, if I made a whole video saying nothing and just filming this, it'd still be better than your content. It'd still have more energy than anything you do in your garbage-ass videos. So, you still, you know, you don't have any noise and stuff, but it still isn't good enough, man. This is still just lame content. Like, you should actually be on camera or, you know, just put some kind of effort into this. I don't know. It's just basic.
In my head, so that way I can make another video and respond to your bullshit. So that's why I do that. Oh, also, the reason why I don't like to swear so much in the videos is because I'm trying to keep my show PG. I'm trying to keep it more family friendly for the audiences out there, because if you think about it, parents who let their kids watch TV and stuff, there are some parents out there that actually monitor what they listen to and what they watch.
So if you don't want to cuss a lot, you want to present yourself a certain way, you know, I don't care. Go for what you want. But it's not really our jobs on YouTube to monitor people's kids. I never once tried to watch myself on YouTube, or I need to, you know, watch what I say. You know, whoever's watching, who's ever watching, can't really control who watches. I mean, there's plenty of kids that, you know, if they're not allowed to watch a certain movie, sometimes they can find a way to do it. When it comes to parents monitoring their kids, you know, it's, like I said, if you want to present yourself in the way, that's fine. But I'm not. And then what else would I say about that is, I mean, you said bullshit earlier, so you still cuss. And you also buy violent video games and play, or you play violent video games, and you like The Crow, which is violent. So you still kind of talk about violent stuff on your channel, even though you try to present yourself as like PG and family friendly. It's also funny how you complain about how rap music is violent and so negative, and that's why I don't like it, even though a lot of old school rap was like that. Granted, there was old school rap that had some other stuff to it, and there was more of a balance with mainstream rap in the 2000s as well. But what you complain about in rap music, saying that nowadays it's violent and stuff, there was violence in rap music years ago. I mean, look at Tupac and Biggie's deaths. It resulted from, like, violence in hip-hop, which definitely isn't a good thing. But violence in hip-hop is something that's been a part of it even since the beginning, from what I saw. And it's like, how are you going to claim that you don't like violence in rap music and that's why you don't listen to it, but then you buy and play violent video games, and then you like a violent movie like The Crow? So it's okay for video games to be violent. It's okay for a movie like The Crow to be violent, but you don't like rap music because it's violent. Like, dude, you're a hypocrite, and I don't understand your logic at all.
And if they hear somebody like, this motherfucker, pardon my French, but this asshole.
I can't stand people who do this shit. Oh, pardon my French and stuff. It's like, look, if you're gonna cuss, then just cut that shit out. All right, fuck these barriers, motherfucker. If you're gonna cuss, then just cuss. Miss me with this shit of pardon my French, but then you cuss again. Like, I don't understand the point of that. Like, if you're just gonna cuss, don't even bother saying I'm sorry for cuss. Like, it's stupid. Just fucking cuss or don't cuss at all. I get irritated by people like this who, you know, say, oh, I'm sorry for cussing, but then they cuss again or they cuss before. It's like, well, what is it? You're going to cuss in the video or you're not going to? Come on, man. yeah, it's just stupid in my opinion. Like, either say it or don't spray it. I don't fucking know.
JackalGoldKick, pardon my French again, who curses excessively on his in his videos, and they'll say no, Jessica, no, Justin, you can't watch these videos. They're too foul.
And you know what? I don't have an issue with that. I really don't have an issue with that because everybody has, like, a lot of parents have sort of their own way of raising kids and stuff. When it comes to me, when I was raised as a kid growing up, I wasn't sheltered at all. And, you know, I haven't been a parent yet, but in my opinion, when you shelter a kid and you don't really show them the world for what it is, they grow up to have issues and they're not going to be able to survive in the real world. I feel like you have to show your kids what the world is and what's going on. I feel like to shelter your kids is very dangerous in my opinion because I wasn't sheltered. I was playing GTA San Andreas as a kid, Resident Evil 4. I was listening to rap music. I had Eminem playing around me when I was under 10 years old and I turned out motherfucking fine. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to disrespect, you know, any parents out there. You know, like I said, a lot of parents out there, they have their own ways of raising kids. You know, if they want to raise their kids in a certain way or they don't want to watch certain stuff, you know. But in my opinion, when it comes to raising kids, I think that, you know, you should just show your kids the world for what it is and, you know, prepare them for it. Because if you shelter your kids, then they're going to grow up with issues. They're going to grow up with problems. And it's just not going to be good for them. And that's just the truth. I mean, a lot of people that grow up to be fucked up or have problems, they were sheltered. So, me, myself, I wasn't sheltered when I grew up. Like I said, GTA San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, Eminem was played around me as a kid, the D12 stuff, and I turned out just fine. Yeah, I have issues and shit, but I turned out just fine. You know, and I feel like if you are strict with your kids and you like shelter them, I just don't think that's good to do. But you know, if some parents want to do that or if they want to monitor them on certain things, you know, they can do that. It's just too much sheltering, I would say, can be more harm than good. And you know, if parents wanted to have their kids, or if they found out that their kids was watching me and I cuss and stuff, if their parents wanted them to stop watching me, I wouldn't have an issue with it because that's their parents. What they say goes with their kids, and if they decide their kids shouldn't watch me, then that's up to them, you know, because those aren't my kids. That's not my position. If they decide that their kids don't want to watch me or they have something to say about it, then they can do it. Just don't come bitch at me because I cuss in my videos. That's all I'm saying.
So that's why I try not to swear in my videos. I'm not a pussy for...
I mean, hold up. For the most part, like, I think I do have some viewers that are younger and kids, but for the most part, when it comes to like kids watching YouTubers, most kids are going to be watching like, you know, PewDiePie, YouTubers like that. They're not going to be watching people like me and you, Larry Cool the Gamer. There's going to be some that do, but you know, most kids, I would say, would watch other YouTubers, right? Like the other big channels, like people who play Minecraft and stuff, people that present themselves in a very crazy, over the top way or something, like they just did a line of coke. I don't know. So, you know, I don't really care how I present myself. I'm glad, you know, I don't really care how I present myself. I present myself how I do. Not to say that I don't care, but I present myself the way I do. I cuss and I do what I want. There's no filter on me. I mean, there's certain things I won't talk about on YouTube. Like, I won't try to delve deep into politics and deep into, like, you know, certain things like that, because then you'll divide your audience and you'll cause tension. So, there is certain things I don't like talk about like that on the channel, because if I start talking about politics and getting my opinion on politics, that's just going to cause problems and all that shit. Plus, when it comes to politics, my view on it is I'm not even a political party, because I feel like a lot of politicians are just corrupt, and I feel like there's just too much corruption in there to really pick a side. That's just my view on it. See, I just got into it even when I said I wasn't going to. Man. But anyways, yeah, I don't really care that I present myself in a way of cussing and stuff like that. And if certain kids can't watch me anymore because of what their parents say, then I'm fine with that, because that's up to the parents and what they think. I have my opinion on how kids should be raised, but if they're, you know, if someone's parents doesn't want them watching me because of cussing, then I don't have an issue with it, because that's up to them and their parental thing and all that stuff. I just have my own view and opinion on, raising kids and the strictness stuff I talked about. I would rather that happen than a parent come to my channel saying, you need to stop that cussing because my freaking son watches your channel. Like, if that happens, I'm going off on a bitch. That sounded gay as shit. Oh, God, fuck. Cut that out. Cut that out. God. I'm going to edit that out. Like Blasphemous HD. I'm going to edit that out. Fuck. The reason that sounded is because, like, usually a woman says, I'm going to go off on this bitch, man. And I just said that. It's just kind of like, fuck, man. Fuck. Since I can't edit, I can't get rid of that. So it's like BHD style. I'm going to edit that out. But anyways, yeah, if I get some parent giving me crap because of how I cuss and their kid watches me, I'd go off on them because I'd be like, it's up to you and what you allow your kids to watch. Like, I'm not at fault for it. So, yeah, that's my opinion and view on that. If you want to present yourself in that way because you want to be more appealing, and which makes you seem more like a pedophile, if you ask me. I mean, that's a little suspicious, if I might point that out. I mean, we looked at the pictures, like, and you know what? I don't care that I'm throwing, just theories at him because he throws allegations at me. So it's only fucking fair that are not true. So I'm going to throw it back at him and give him a taste of his own medicine to see what he thinks. But you look like a predator. And also, in this video, you say, oh, I want to present myself in a family-friendly way because, kids might watch your channel. So you want kids to watch your channel. You're basically saying you like kids and you want to watch kids and you want to get something with them. That's basically what you're admitting to. Like, you want kids to come to your channel because you want to do something with them. It's like, why is it so important for you to have a family-friendly channel so you can be around kids? This guy must be a pedophile if it's really that important. I mean, I'm just saying, some people get into certain things to be around kids. Look at Dobby Vanity. The way he dresses, how he does his music was to get around underage girls. Or you look at certain pastors, or you look at certain teachers, or you look at, like, what's his name? What's his name? I've seen some shit. By the way, shout out to Spirit21. He's going to have a video about this soon. I've seen some shit where MGK might be a pedophile. I've seen some shit on Twitter where MGK said something like, I think 13, 14, 15-year-old girls are good looking or something. Or some crazy shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Machine Gun Kelly, more like Miner's Gonna Kiss Kelly. That's probably what his name really means. And it's funny because MGK got into pop punk dressed in a way that would sort of cater to younger women, right? And I don't know. Sometimes some people that like kids and want to be a predator, a pedophile, they'll get into certain things to be around them. So, I'm not saying it's true, but since you want to throw allegations at me, Larry, and say all this dumb shit about me, then I'm going to say something about you. My theory is you might be a pedophile based off of how you look and also based off of how you present yourself as this guy that I don't want to cuss and I don't like violent rap music. Like, are you hiding something? Like, I don't trust people like this, man. Someone that acts like, oh, I don't want to cuss and I don't like violence and rap music. And just, these kind of, like, behaviors on top of you being religious and sort of how you present yourself, I just feel like you're hiding something. I really feel like you're hiding something. Like, at least with someone like me, how I cuss and how I get, mad in certain videos. And, I don't know, like, what I'm basically trying to say is I feel like a person that has flaws and they're kind of rough around the edges with cussing and they have some issues you see visually and maybe they have a good and bad day. I feel like not to say that all those people can be, good or bad, but I just feel like in some cases you can trust those kind of people more than you could trust someone like Larry Kool the Gamer who, presents himself as like clean and I don't cuss and, I don't like violence and rap music and, I want to keep it family friendly. It just kind of seems like, I don't know, it seems like you, Larry Kool the Gamer, and people like that, it just kind of seems like you're hiding something. It seems like you're hiding something and you're trying to hide behind something because some people, not everyone, but some people that are like overly religious, which Larry Kool the Gamer seems that way, they have some skeletons in their closet. And I know from personal experience, my dad was overly religious, and that guy was a huge piece of shit. He was all about religion and God and all this crazy shit. And he was a fucking horrible person. His mom was also overly religious, and she was a horrible person. Fucking years ago when I was a kid, she wanted money from my mom to watch us. Imagine that. Imagine the supposed grandmother of their grandson's kids or whatever. She wants money to watch kids. Like, what kind of grandmother does that? And yet my dad's mom was religious and my dad was religious, overly religious. I got to do a jump cut. The camera messed up. Shit. Maybe it's magic. I don't know. So yeah, some people who are overly religious tend to hide like some stuff and actually not be good people. Like I said, my dad and my dad's mom, they weren't good people and they were overly religious. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying there. And then, yeah, so you want to make your channel family friendly for kids. It's like, do you want kids near your channel? Is there something going on there? Because I don't know, just the way you present yourself, I feel like you're hiding something. I don't trust you. I don't trust you at all. I don't trust a guy who doesn't cuss, who doesn't like violence and rap music, who wants to keep it family friendly, but then likes violent games, violent movies. Like, I don't know. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Larry Cool the Gamer. But let's continue with this video. Let me fix this somewhat. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't trust you, Larry Cool the Gamer.
Doing that shit. I'm just trying to keep it family friendly, you idiot. I even had to write this shit down. I'm sorry.
You fail at your own logic. I'm trying to keep it family friendly, you idiot. But then you continue to say cuss words. And if you're keeping, hold up. If you're keeping your channel family friendly, but then you review The Crow, which is rated R and has violence in it, and then you showcase violent video games on your channel, but yet your channel is family friendly, yeah, bullshit.
To write some of this stuff down because I have learning disabilities. I have memory problems with some things. But I'm not stupid, and I'm not the R word that he keeps throwing out. That video he did, he must have thrown that word out like 5 times.
Who cares if I threw that word around a few times? So the fuck what? I talked to SpearDude21 and Andrew Mavedot, and both of them. I don't know about Andrew, but I know Andrew and SpearDude21. I think they have like autism or something like that, and they don't find the retard word offensive. So you're getting offended for nothing, to be honest. And yeah, it's when I call you a retard, Larry, it's the sense that you're dumb, like you're stupid. Because the reason I say you're stupid, like you say, "Oh, I'm not an idiot," you are. The reason I call you an idiot all the fucking time and question your intelligence and say you have a low ass IQ is because the bullshit you say about me is stupid. Saying I don't have collection videos when I do. Saying I don't taste in gaming when I do. Saying that I'm racist when I'm not. Saying all this dumbass shit that has nothing to back it up. That's why you're stupid. Because a lot of the stuff you say just doesn't even make sense. It's like, what are you even talking about? That's why I keep calling you stupid and making fun of your IQ, because you're dumb. That's why. I mean, come on. Like, you're stupid. That's why I keep, poking fun at that, because you're not, if you're going to come at someone, you have to come at them with facts. And that's all there is to it.
In the video, it was really, really irritating.
I'm glad it was.
They cursed God a few times too, which I didn't really like either.
I don't care what you like, pussy.
This guy, man. Yeah, I have to bring up some points here. So that's one of the reasons why I don't swear. I don't swear because I'm trying to keep the show family friendly and keep it PG rated.
Keep it PG rated, but yet let me review The Crow. Let me show these violent video games I got. But you want to keep it PG. Okay, whatever.
I do still swear, but it's at a PG level. Try to keep it at a PG level.
Okay. But then you say that you don't want to cuss, but then you say, I do still swear. So there you go, backtracking again, flip-flopping. So what is it? You going to swear somewhat, or is it just going to be a PG, family-friendly channel? You see, I don't got to have a filter on myself, or I got to watch what I say. No, if I want to say fuck you, or piss this, or shit that, then I'm going to say that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, why are you hating on disabled people? Do you have, like, a problem with disabled people?
First of all, motherfucker, I know 2 people in real life that have disabilities, so don't even try to go there with me of saying that, you have something against disabled people. Motherfucker, I knew 2 people in real life who are disabled. What the fuck are you talking about? I have somebody in my family, a cousin of mine, she has autism. And then I had a good friend of mine who I'm still friends with. His brother has autism. So don't even try to go there with me on this whole disability crap and trying to paint me as like, it's like, where the fuck are you getting that from? Where are you getting it from that I hate disabled people, or I have something against disabled people, or I don't like them? Where the fuck are you getting that from? If I didn't like those kind of people, wouldn't I have bullied my friend's brother because he was autistic? Wouldn't I have bullied my cousin that was autistic? Wouldn't I have bullied them and treated them like trash, you stupid fuck? Like, come the fuck on, motherfucker. I've been around, like I said, 2 people in my life. I know what autism looks like and stuff. You know, and I never treated them a certain way because, no, I treated them like, you know, normal people. So, I don't know where you're getting this from of, like, he hates disabled people. Like, see, you're trying to paint me with, like, this fucking, with these lies. It's bullshit. It is fucking bullshit. When I say you're an idiot or you're a retard, it means you, Larry, and that you're stupid and a lot of stuff you say is dumb. How do you translate that to, okay, he says the word retard, that means he hates disabled people? Even though I was around my friend's brother who was autistic, even though I have a cousin in my family who's autistic, even though I'm cool with Spirit21 and Andrew who's autistic, but somehow, I hate disabled people. Like, you're a fucking, oh shit, god damn it. I wish I could edit that out. See? Even the wall's getting pissed off. The wall, stay up. This wall is getting so mad too, just like I am. It can't handle fucking Larry's bullshit. It's getting mad, so fucking shit fell. God damn it. I wish I could have edited that out, but fuck it. But anyways, like I said, how are you going to make this claim that I hate disabled people or I have an issue with them? What, because I used the word retard? Like, dude, like I said, Spirit21 and Andrew don't have an issue with that word. And they're what you're talking about in terms of like someone having disability and stuff. So how are you going to say that when they don't have an issue with it? It don't even make any fucking sense. It really doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It's like, how do they have disability? Like not disability, but I don't know how you're going to say that about me because it's not even true. It's not even true. Like, stop being a pussy and getting offended over the word retard. Like, grow some fucking balls, dude. You're in your 30s. Like, this right here is proof that, you know how some people talk about, like, sensitive people and people that get offended, and, you know, some people think that it's just, like, Generation Z or new people that do. And granted, there's some new people that are young nowadays that do cancel culture and get offended, but they're not the only ones that get offended. You also have Gen Y people, which is what Larry Kool the Gamer is. He's in his 30s and he gets offended too. So it's not just young people now, it's some young people nowadays getting offended. It's also assholes like Larry Kool the Gamer. Yeah.
Because, honestly, I don't have a problem with disabled people. There are plenty of good disabled people. And then
I don't either. I mean, I don't either, you know. But yeah, I don't either. So, like I said, I knew 2 people in real life that had some kind of disability. So yeah, just don't even try to go there with me.
there are people like you who are just assholes. Or jerks. Creep.
You're damn right I'm an asshole. And I'm gonna take my asshole and shit all over your fucking face and make you eat the shit, bitch.
Losers. And just an internet tough guy, a cyber bully.
Wait a minute. This is coming from the same guy that threatened to beat me up. You're going to sit there and claim that I'm an internet tough guy, which I know in my first video I said, I'm going to do this to him, or, you know, a form of expression. But, yeah, I did say that. But you want to call me an internet tough guy, but yet in one of your videos about me, you said that I could beat you up. So how are you going to sit there and accuse me and say that you're an internet tough guy, Jackal, but then you talked about beating me up in your video and saying, oh, I could beat you up? Like, you can't be a tough guy yourself and then call someone else an internet tough guy. Like, you're one of these people that will call someone something that you are. So, yeah, and don't even try to, it's like, how are you going to say I'm an internet tough guy when you threatened to beat me up? Are you kidding me? You threatened to beat me up, but I'm an internet tough guy. And you say I'm a cyberbully. Where is that? Where's the evidence of that? Where's the evidence of that? Where's the proof of that? How am I a cyberbully? How am I a cyberbully? Like, do you see me going and bullying people on their channels and saying, I hope you die, you're a stupid bitch, or any of this crap? Like, I've never, like I may have been like a troll years ago and shit like that, but I don't really go around to random people on the internet and just try to bring them down and just act crazy. Like, I don't know where you're getting it from that I'm a cyberbully. And it's like, dude, you're in your 30s and you're going to pull the cyberbully card? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, come the fuck on, man. Like, I could label you a cyberbully since you talked about beating me up. Like, come the fuck on.
And that's what you are, JackalGoldKick. You're a cyberbully. That's why I've been doing these rant videos on you.
I don't really know why you've been doing these rant videos. Maybe it's to get some attention, which I don't care because, you know, no matter how big I get or how small I'll be, if someone's talking shit, I'm calling them out. I don't care how big or small they are, you know. I don't know. Maybe that'll change one day, but it's like I'm a cyberbully. How am I a cyberbully? It's like in these videos, you just say things, but there's nothing behind it. It's just like, hey, you're this, you're this, you're this. There's nothing behind it. So how am I a cyberbully exactly? I'd really like to know how I'm a cyberbully. I wish I was that monster from Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase so I could destroy your ass. That would be cool. Or I could get that monster to exist from that Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase movie to go after your ass for being a fucking asshole and doing all this bullshit.
But it's gotten so out of hand that I have to make several videos about you. I really wanted to keep it at 3 videos.
But you didn't really keep it at 3 videos because you made 4 videos. So you kind of contradict yourself there. I hate this logic. I don't want to make any more videos on them, but I'm still going to do it. Like, come on, man. Either say you're going to make them or just... And then, like, oh, it's got out of hand and stuff. It's like, man, you're just stupid, honestly. And this video sucks, and you're wrong about me being a cyberbully. I don't see how I'm a fucking cyberbully. Get the fuck out of here.
But I'm honestly going to have to make 2 more. Excuse me, just to prove a point here. Another thing he says that my video editing sucks.
Oh, you're going to make these videos to prove a point. What point have you proved exactly? Except that you're an idiot, you make up lies, and you suck. That's all you've proven. You haven't proven anything about me. You know, if you did prove something about me, then wouldn't people that watch my channel be questioning me on stuff and be possibly becoming fans of yours? I don't know. Maybe that would be happening if you actually were proving a point, but you're not proving a point, so enough said.
And that I mainly film by the TV. That's why we're outside in my backyard. Look at.
Hey, at least I can say you did that. At least you took what I said into account and actually filmed outside. So I'll give you a positive for that, I guess. I'll give you a positive and plus for that, I guess, for filming somewhere more quiet and actually taking what I say into account, but just a shame that you can't do that for the rest of what I say and realize that there's nothing really as bad about me as you claim there is.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's a cloudy day, but it's still gorgeous out. Love all those bushes that my next door neighbor has. It's really nice. See, got my little garage with all the leaves on it. Should really clean that up. Probably take all that down. Anyways, I know I'm getting off topic here. So why are you hating on disabled people? They're cool people. They're good people. A lot of them may not have the brain power that you do, but you shouldn't be using the R word in your videos because you're degrading and insulting the people who are mentally challenged.
So how is me using the retard word against you bringing down anybody that happens to be disabled or happens to be autistic or whatnot? How is that affecting them? I mean, like I said, SpearDude21 and Andrew Mavadat, those are 2 YouTubers that have autism and they don't have an issue with the retard word. They never get at me for using the retard word. And, you know, I would know if something was up or if something wasn't right because I'm cool with them. So if SpearDude21 and Andrew Mavadat are autistic and they don't have an issue with the retard word, then why should you? And why should you lay claim that, you need to stop using that word because it means this and that. It means you hate disabled people. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. It doesn't mean that shit. You know, that would be like if someone said, oh, you called that guy a bitch in an argument, then you hate women. Like, that would be the same logic, wouldn't it? Like, imagine if I was in an argument. Like, imagine if I called Larry Cool the Gamer a bitch, and then he said something like, you're using that word that means female dog, so you hate women. There's another logic you could use with your dumbass logic. So I don't see how I hate disabled people have an issue with it. I knew 2 of them in real life and never treated them like crap. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And plus, I was bullied myself in school. Why do you think I would become some bullshit like that? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, really? I mean, I fought twice in school, so I eventually did somewhat stand up for myself, but I dealt with bullying in school. So You know, like, do you think I'm going to become that when I know how it is? Get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, man. Like, you're too offended over the retard word. I think the reason you're so offended by that word and hate it so much because it's true, and the truth hurts motherfuckers like you.
And even if you're using it in sentences, it's still degrading. And you say that you don't use the N-bomb because it's racist, but you still use the R word. You're still discriminating on one. You're just not discriminating on a black person.
I mean, that's one of the things I'll say about slurs, and even iDub said this, like the F word for gay people, or like the retard word, or like the word bitch, or the word cunt, or the N word. It's like, it is kind of almost like society picks and chooses which ones are bad and which ones aren't, which is kind of hypocritical, I will admit. Like how, if, you know, a lot of people say the N word, then it's not right, but if they say the F word, or if they say, like, you know, if they use certain slurs, it's okay, but it's not okay to use the N word for, you know, it's just, it admittedly, that's something I will agree with, is it's like, you know, I do think it's kind of hypocritical for society to pick and choose and say, okay, this and this and this is okay. Like either all of them are okay or none of them are okay. So I will say that, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't really put the word retard in the same level as the N word. Especially when, like I said, I know two people on here that have autism and they don't have an issue with the word retard. And, yeah, I don't know. I kind of look at it a little differently, but admittedly, there is a lot of double standards when it comes to words and slurs and all that shit. There's a double standard in it, absolutely.
Stupid asshole. Stupid. He's so stupid. He says I'm stupid. Yeah, I recognize that. I realize that.
So you admit you are stupid. Well, that explains this whole thing. That explains why a lot of the shit you say is bullshit. That explains why you don't make any sense of what you say about me. That explains everything. You're stupid. That explains this whole thing. It explains all of it. It's funny because earlier in this video, I think he said he wasn't dumb, or, you know, in his other videos he said I'm intelligent, but now you're saying you are stupid. So you're admitting that you're stupid. So you're admitting to another thing that I laid claim about you. Once again, you're losing this entire beef. You're losing this entire war. You know, I'm not a rookie here. You know, I've been into plenty of YouTube beefs and back and forth, so I'm pretty skilled at this and pretty expertise at this. You're an amateur. This is easy. This is easy. This is nothing, honestly.
Of what he said. So even though he doesn't use the N-bomb anymore, he's still using the R word, and he's still saying derogatory things.
And you're being an offended pussy over it, if I see it that way. You are. You know, making a big deal of me using the word retard. Like I said, those two people that, I mean, there's someone else that, there's another viewer of mine that I think had autism, and he, like, is one of my channel members. So shout out to him. He gave me super chats. Much appreciated of that guy. I really appreciate that stuff. But I think he's autistic or something, and I never had him have an issue with me using the word retard. So that's like 3 people. And yet you want to claim that the word retard is bad and that, you know, it's, you know, they don't like it. But I don't know. Look, if there's anybody else out there besides the 3 I mentioned that have any type of mental disabilities, you know what, I'll let you guys speak since I'm not, you know, autistic or anything. Anybody out there that's autistic or has, you know, mental disabilities watching this video, comment below and let me know if you agree with Larry Kool the Gamer about the retard word, or if you don't really have an issue with it, much like Spear Dude and Andrew. I'd like to really know. Let's you know what, Larry? How about you shut up and let's let these people that actually, you know, I do have mental disabilities and stuff, let's let them speak and actually see what they got to say about it. So go ahead and sound off in the comments, you know, because the way I see it, you know, I don't know. I don't see why he's getting so offended over this word. I just think it's stupid. And like I said, there is a double standard with slurs where, you know, some are okay and some aren't okay, which that's how it shouldn't be. You know, either all of them should be okay or none of them are okay. You know, just like what iDub said.
Why didn't you mention TG Venom in the video? TG Venom's never done any videos against me. He's never said anything nasty about me.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, because before me and you had beef and things really went off and you first showed up on my channel before the beef started, you were saying things about me that you literally could have said about TG Venom. Saying that I'm closed-minded about video games and that my opinion is wrong and flawed of what I think of modern gaming, even though TG Venom thinks the exact same fucking thing about modern gaming, yet you never once said that about TG Venom or said that to him whatsoever. You know? But your rebuttal is he never had issues with me. But we didn't have issues in the first place. And the whole thing you gave me shit with was your opinion's wrong and flawed thinking about gaming nowadays. Why didn't you say that to TG Venom? He said the same thing. Hell, you commented on the video that me and TG Venom did, and you gave me shit, but TG, it's okay for TG Venom to think what he thinks about modern gaming, but if I think that way, it's wrong. You're a fucking hypocrite. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I don't even think he knows me that well. You don't either.
I mean, yeah, I don't know you in real life, but based off these videos and, you know, beefing with you, you know, you seem stupid and just, you suck in general.
But, as far as the R word, he shouldn't be using it either, because he doesn't like the N-bomb being used. I've noticed that. But yet the R word, he tends to use that a lot too. And curse God, and I don't like either.
Well, maybe you should take it up with him. And, you know, I do hope you take it up with him so he can destroy you next. I mean, me and him are on, you know, super good terms. We're like neutral. But, you know, take it up with him so he can roast your bitch ass. Because I'd love to see him roast you next. I mean, I feel like, you know, like I said, with TG Venom, I think I screwed things. You know how the game screwed things up with Aftermath? I feel like that's kind of what I did to TG Venom. And I wish I could take it back. I really, maybe one day we can be cool. But, you know, I do hate how I screwed things up with TG Venom. It's a whole mess. I don't know if it can ever be repaired or recovered. But, you know, take it up with him so he can roast your ass.
He said I'm a very sensitive person. I am a very sensitive person.
So that's another thing he admits to. It's another thing that I'm right about. Okay. I mean, it's good you admit you're sensitive, but it's not really good to be sensitive, especially with how sensitive you are. And that also explains more stuff. That explains why you can't respect my opinion on gaming. That explains a lot of stuff. The fact that you know, get the fact that you're offended over a lot of stuff. So, yeah, at least you admit it, but it's not really good to be that way, to be honest. You got to toughen up, especially if you're on YouTube. Oh, my God. Imagine if this guy was bigger and he gets hate. Like, ugh.
You watch what you say to me and how you talk to me and how you treat me.
I mean, I'm the same way, Larry Kool the Gamer. I'm the same way that you are with that, and yet you talk to me a disrespectful way. And it's like, okay, so you want to sit there and say that you need to watch how you talk to me and say to me, you know. But it's like, you were disrespectful with people. You sure didn't watch how you presented yourself with me. You sure didn't watch how you presented yourself with those 2 comments I showed where you're a smart ass to the one fan saying, get some new glasses. Or you say to the other person, stop complaining. If anything, you seem like a fucking douchebag. So you can't demand respect or say that, you know, watch how you talk to me, but then you talk to other people with disrespect. Like, you're fucking stupid.
Because I am known for going off on people. I don't like to go off on people. But there's been a few times where I try to calm them down, I try to talk to them respectfully, and they start raising their voices, they start getting disrespectful with me, which is what you were doing in your videos.
Yeah, because you pissed me the hell off. You pissed me the hell off. That's why, you know. Because I don't fucking like you because of your fucking comments and the bullshit you say. That's why. That's why I went off, because you don't talk to me with respect. You know, literally, Larry Kool the Gamer, all you had to do from the beginning, you could have said, I disagree with you on modern gaming. I think it's good. I like the PS5 personally. You could have disagreed respectfully and talked about why you like new gaming. And I would have been like, that's cool if you like it and this and that. But you went further than that. You said my opinion was wrong and flawed. And you accused me of being closed-minded about gaming, and that's my issue. That is my exact problem. You were being disrespectful first. So yeah, you're just garbage, honestly. So yeah, don't even try to, you know, like I said, this is just a garbage video of his. So yeah, you want people to watch how they talk to you, but yeah, you can't talk to people with respect.
Obviously, using profanity against me, so I had to make another video here. And that also has made me kind of mad.
I'm
Like
glad.
any normal person, it would make somebody mad. As for TG Venom, I have nothing really to say about the guy. I've only seen in some of his videos. I know he talks a lot about music. That's all I can really say. And this other dude.
You don't have a lot to say about TG Venom. So you didn't even bring up the gaming point at all, which is funny to me. Like you've seen, like he commented on the video I did with TG Venom about why gaming sucks nowadays. And he even, it's like, wait a minute, you say that you don't know a whole lot about TG Venom, but yet in your other video, I forgot which one it was, you claimed that, like, you stood up for TG Venom because of what I did and shit, and you were saying that you followed TG Venom for a while, even back when he was a Tyshawn Zone, but you want to claim that you don't know a whole lot about him. Like, you're contradicting yourself again. And then the fact that you don't give him any flack for what he thinks of gaming nowadays, but when I think the same thing, I'm this and that for it. So I don't know. I don't get it with this guy.
He hangs out with Spear Dude 21. I don't know. Not for me. Can't really say much on him either. But out of the three of them, JackalGoldKick takes the cake. He's on a whole big level of annoying.
I think you're annoying, Larry Cool the Gamer, because you type, and just, you fucking type comments up on my channel a lot, and it's just fucking annoying. It's annoying. You type up a storm on my channel. So you're the one that's annoying, honestly.
Completely annoying. That's why I had to mention him and rant on him in these videos. Oh, here's another thing. Says that I said he's only into survival horror games, but goes outside of the genre. Points to prove on my misspeaking. So that he did get me on. You definitely won the battle on that, buddy. But you're not going to win the war. So there's a few things you said that did win that battle, but not the war. You're never going to win the war against me.
Hold up. So you claim that, oh, Jackal, you won the battle, but I'm going to win the war. Tell me how you're winning the war exactly. I still have 1,000 subs and people that support me. The Mr.Beef videos I've done on you all got 100 views easily. They did really well. People are roasting and clowning your ass. And nobody's really turning on me or siding with you. So I don't see how you're winning a war. To win a war is to, what, like, get people to unsub from... So I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But it's like, oh, you're going to win the war. Like, what war are you going to win? Because as far as I'm concerned, you haven't said anything factual about me. And I've pointed out a lot of contradictions and bullshit about you. So I don't see how you're exactly going to win this war. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm the one who's winning and you're the one who's losing. My favorite rapper, JB, said that one time. Yeah, I just don't see how you're winning the war. And then, hey, it's good you admitted that. It's good you admitted that. Because, yeah, exactly. I like more games besides just the survival horror genre. I like more games that are out of the survival horror genre. So I knew I was right on that shit. So it's good you admitted that I was right on that because I fucking was. So at least you admitted that. So props and plus and positive for that, I guess.
I won't let you. So occasionally he dabbles outside of survival horror games and he plays some beat-em-up style games and RPG games. Fallout. Excuse me. I'm chewing gum and drinking this shit. Well, it's not shit, but you know what I mean.
Wait a minute. Let me see what he's drinking. Hold on. We might have another contradiction here. Hold up. Hold up.
I'm chewing gum and drinking this shit. Well, it's not shit.
So, I don't know if that's unhealthy or not, but look what he's drinking. Look what he's drinking, right? Look at that. Mountain Dew, orange citrus. Now, I don't know if that's healthy or not, so I may be ignorant to this fact, but that's a soda brand. That's a soda brand. Isn't this the same guy that said he probably drinks too much soda, that's why he's fat? But here you are drinking soda. Like, this guy this guy's contradicted himself so much that he beats Zach G. I used to think Zach G was the worst YouTuber. I used to think he was the worst person on the internet. I used to think he was the most flip-flopping person of all time. Larry Kool the Gamer beats him. Larry Kool the Gamer literally beats Zach G when it comes to this shit. I never thought I'd say that, but he tops Zach G in horribleness, and I didn't even think that was possible. Still don't like Zach G, but holy fuck, this guy's worse. It's like you're going to say that, oh, I drink soda, that's why I'm fat, and you claim yourself healthy, but then here you are drinking a Mountain Dew type soda in your video. So once again, you contradicted yourself. You played yourself.
But you know what I mean. So Fallout is a multi-genre game. It's not just a shooter, it's a open world RPG as well.
True.
And some parts of the game is survival horror as well. But I never really considered it to be super duper big in the survival horror department either.
I would agree with that as well. I mean, it's more of a multi-genre game. That's why, Fallout 3 New Vegas, they may have survival horror in them, but they still are, in my opinion, drastically different than Resident Evil and Dead Rising because they have way more elements in there. So, yeah.
The older ones on PC were dungeon crawlers. Fallout 3 changed its gameplay, and so, Fallout 4 basically continued the style. So did Fallout New 76, it was a glitchy piece of garbage. So he does sometimes dabble in different genres besides survival horror, but the majority of the games that he plays are survival horror. Dead Rising is a survival horror game. Resident Evil is a survival horror game. The Evil Within 1 and 2 are survival horror games. And Silent Hill, which he didn't mention, is also a survival horror game. So he did get me on that. But the majority of what I said is how I felt. And he just wants to talk down upon me and talk negative and say nasty things about me. And it's whatever,
Yeah, the reason I talk down on you and say negative things is because you're a fucking idiot. You're a dumbass, you're stupid, and you just make up a whole bunch of bullshit about me that's not true. All the bullshit you said about me in all your videos and everything I covered, it's why I don't like you, it's why I talk shit to you, so that's what you need to get. And then you say that majority of the games I play are survival horror. I mean, when it comes to movies and video games, yeah, my favorite genre is horror. I will say that. My favorite genre is horror. I like horror the most, whether it's movies and video games. That doesn't mean that's all I play. In fact, I've made a list of other games I like that aren't survival horror. So while, I don't know if I could agree that majority is what I play is survival horror because, yeah, my favorite genre is horror, but that's not all I like, and it seems like you're still trying to paint me that way. I have a whole list right here that I'm going to tell you. These are all games that I've played and at least liked. So these are all games that I've played and at least liked that do not fall into the survival horror genre. We have the Gears of War series, 1, 2, 3, and Judgment. We have Dynasty Warriors series. We have Prototype 2. We have Red Dead Redemption 1, I forgot to mention. That's a really good game. I also like Undead Nightmare. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, that's another one. Warriors Orochi, Samurai Warriors, Def Jam Fight for New York, Def Jam Vendetta, True Crime Streets of New York, Sleeping Dogs, GTA San Andreas, Siphon Filter 1, Twisted Metal Black. I haven't played that in years, but I did like that back in the day. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, some of the first really the games I played years ago on the N64. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Tekken 5, and then Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on the PSP. 50 Cent Bulletproof, Brute Force on the original Xbox. And then I also have Super Mario 64 and some other Mario games. So I could probably think of more, but right there was a list of a whole bunch of games and series that I like and have played that are not survival horror. So how can you say how can you say that a majority of what I play is survival horror? And even though horror is my favorite genre in those kind of games like Dead Rising and shit, how can you say that the majority I play is survival horror when I just named a whole bunch of games that aren't even in the survival horror category? So, and you can watch my top 10 favorite games. Top 10 favorite games. Gears of War's on there. Def Jam's on there, Dynasty Warriors, GTA San Andreas, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So my top 10 favorite games list, there is at least 5 games in my top 10 favorite games list that is not survival horror. And then I would say the other 5 falls more in line with survival horror. So there's 5 games on my top 10 favorite games list, somewhere around there, and then the other half is survival horror. So if majority of what I played is survival horror, then wouldn't the entire top 10 favorite games list be all of those? And why do I have this list of all these games? I love the Gears of War series. That's not survival horror. I love Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, and Warriors Orochi. Those are hack and slash beat 'em up games. Those aren't survival horror. I like Red Dead Redemption 1. That's not survival horror. I like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's not survival horror. I don't want to repeat it again, but all of these games I listed here are not survival horror. So that's not the only genre I like. The only reason you're saying all this bullshit and going at me is because I don't like modern gaming. That's the whole truth of it. Let me fix this camera somewhat, but that's the whole truth of it. That's why he has an issue with me, because I don't think modern gaming is good like he does. I'll say this once again, when it comes to modern video games, PS5 and Series X, I'm just not really excited for a lot of things that are out and that are coming out, because a lot of the games that are out and that are coming out, they don't match up to my gaming taste and what I'm into. They just don't. And a lot of the stuff I like isn't catered to anymore. You have Resident Evil 4 Remake coming out next year, and Alan Wake 2. So a little bit, but not really completely. Because if you're someone that likes Souls games, you have so many games coming out all the time for that genre. If you like JRPGs, you're still getting catered to. So I think another thing you need to understand, Larry Cool the Gamer, is maybe some of the genres you like and some of the genres other people like, they probably have more games and maybe a more wide selection of interests compared to some gaming tastes. Like certain game genres have more games than others. And someone like me that likes Dead Rising 1, for example, there's not really a whole lot of games like Dead Rising 1. There still isn't a lot of games like Dead Rising 1. And I wish there was. Imagine a clone of Dead Rising 1, but with werewolves, and then one with vampires, and then one with aliens or something. Man, a lot of the things I like, there's not as many, similar games to those. That's why I'm not as, interested in modern gaming or the new consoles or hyped for them. That's why I don't have as many games for the PS4 as the 360. That's why my game collection, at least for the newer consoles, isn't as vast. And that's why there isn't a whole ton of games I seem I'm playing or interested in, because my gaming taste isn't fully catered to anymore, but the other game genres get more games, essentially. So hopefully you get where I'm coming from, Larry, because that's pretty much the truth. Yes, my favorite genre is horror. And yeah, a majority of the games I played in the 8th gen, you got remasters of horror games, you got The Evil Within, but, it's just a lot of the things I liked aren't catered to anymore. They haven't made a new Def Jam game in years. True crime, I liked Sleeping Dogs, but they haven't made a new Sleeping Dogs game in years. I like 50 Cent Bulletproof, but they haven't made a 50 Cent game in years. I like Brute Force, but they never did a sequel. I like Prototype 2, but they never did a follow-up to it. I like Red Dead 1, which I still need to play Red Dead 2. So, some of these may have sequels, but basically what I'm trying to say is a lot of my gaming taste and what I'm into doesn't really get new games and similar games made. So that's why I may not have a lot of games as much as you would have, Larry Cool the Gamer, because I don't know exactly everything you're into. But let's say, for example, if you're into platformers, first-person shooters, specifically if you're into first-person shooters and Souls games, fuck you, Larry. Did that real quick because I gave you the middle finger like Eminem. But like I was saying, if you like first-person shooters and you like Souls games, well, you're set, because they're always making new games and they're always catering to people that like the Souls genre and like the first-person shooter genre. But in terms of survival horror, there's not a whole bunch always coming out for the genre. It's kind of making a comeback next year, but we'll see how long that lasts. And then some of the other stuff I like isn't being catered to as much. Are there any fighting games out there like a Def Jam where you can play as musicians or even rock artists? No. So a lot of the stuff I like isn't being catered to anymore. There's not a whole lot being made that fit my specific gaming taste. And that's why I feel the way I do about modern gaming, why I'm not interested in a lot of it, because my gaming taste isn't being catered to. But maybe you have a different gaming taste, Larry, that is being catered to, so then that's why you have a different view on gaming nowadays. Maybe you should look at it that way. But I don't just play a majority of survival horror games. There's other games I like. I listed a list here. What else could I say? I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, that's the truth right there. So, yeah, just know that. Just know that a majority of games I don't play it's not just survival horror. So, yeah.
I just said what I said, not just to say it, but because I thought it was actual truth.
But it wasn't the truth. That's the problem. It wasn't the truth. And I've proved over and over why it isn't the truth.
And I'm the only one, besides this Zach G dude that he keeps talking about, that's actually made a video about this guy.
Yeah. The one stupid enough to do a video about me filled with garbage, filled with lies, filled with nonsense. The only good thing about these videos is you do give me content for my channel, and I'm able to make I'm able to have an excuse to make new Mr.Beef, so that's good. That's always good, because people like Mr.Beef, and they do really well. So that's one thing I will give you praise for is, hey, you're giving me content, so it's good. But at the same time, I mean, it's not really something to be proud of I'm the only one making a video on it. Like, there's nothing really, like, the things you say about me aren't even true. They're bullshit, and you just don't have anything really, you don't have anything truthful. You don't. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. And yeah, you're the only one that makes a video. Who cares? Because your videos are garbage and there's nothing truthful you said about me.
He actually had some things to say. Had some things on his mind. All the other people who were doing videos about, got, dissed by JackalGoldKick, they didn't have the courage to stand up against this cyberbully and actually say some things against him.
Well, that's kind of a wrong assumption. I mean, who knows why some people don't respond? Like, some of the people I dissed Mr. Nightmare. I mean, that guy's popular. The chances of him actually seeing my video, pretty slim. Genry Perez, chances of seeing my video, pretty slim. I mean, obviously they probably won't respond because they're huge, and maybe they're Hollywood and don't want to make me more bigger, and maybe they just haven't seen my shit. So you can't really assume that that's why they don't. I don't know. So I don't really know what to say about that. Maybe some people, I don't know, but I don't really know what to say about that, honestly. Yeah.
Whereas me, I didn't just sit back and do nothing about it. I actually filmed the videos and talked about it and gave my honest opinion on this guy.
And it's like the worst mistake you ever made, the worst decision you ever made, because all it's done is just make you look bad, make you lose, and you destroyed yourself doing this. You really did. And that's all you've done to yourself. So it's not really anything to be proud of.
Because he's a clown. He's an ignorant man. And he's stupid.
I'm a clown, ignorant man. I'm stupid. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm not any of those things. You're those things. Stupid insults.
He's completely stupid. Another thing, he says he won't. Oh yeah, I already talked about it. Never mind. Moving on.
Says I'm stupid. Yeah, no, you're the one who's stupid. Like, you're the one who's stupid. I don't see how I'm stupid when I, backed things up and said everything I needed to say and shit like that. So if anyone's stupid, you're the one who's stupid.
We're going to do the last part of this video, but I am going to be doing another part. It's going to be coming. It's going to be a reaction video on everything he said.
A reaction video, huh? I'll see if I even respond to that or not, because I do feel myself getting kind of bored, and maybe it's because I've been talking for a while, but I don't know. Like I said, people, I don't know how long I'll keep doing this. I'll probably decide on my own. I'm not going to drag it out forever and ever and ever, because I eventually stopped with Zach G because I got tired of it. But with Larry Kool the Gamer, I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see.
Or most of the things he said, rather. Why does God allow people to die or do bad things? He mentioned that he's agnostic. And an agnostic is not a Christian. So I get that. I've been known as a non-denominational man. But I do believe in God, and I believe he exists, and that he does miracles, and that reading the Word actually keeps you in check for doing evil things.
Are you sure about that? reading the word keeps you in check from doing evil things. Yeah, I talked to my dad about that, who was a pedophile and did a whole bunch of horrible things. Talked to my dad's mom about that. My dad and my dad's mom, they're both religious and they're both all about God and stuff, and they did pretty evil things. What about all the pastors you hear about that molest children? So I don't see what your point is here of, oh, if you read, like, okay, maybe some people feel that way, but that doesn't really mean that someone can just be good, because some people follow religion, but they're still a bad person behind closed doors. And it's fine if you're religious, but to get into this religious thing with me is bullshit. You don't have to push your Christianity or religion on me. Like, just have me have my beliefs, and I'll let you have your beliefs. And that's how it should be. Plain and fucking simple.
And being kind to people. It says in Corinthians, be ye kind one to another. This is not the works of a man being kind to me.
Well, the reason I'm not being kind to you is because you're not being kind to me. So how can you be Christian and, you know, be a part of that, but still, like, spread hate to someone like me and, you know, essentially give me shit for, like, pretty much my religious beliefs and pushing your religious beliefs on me, pretty much. And then, what else did he say? I'm trying to remember. You know, saying that, you know, God, I'm all over the place here. Fucking shit. But, I'm gonna jump on this pipe like Triple X Ice Cube. I don't know, fuck. That's a good movie, by the way, but need to get back into focus. Like Joe Budden's song. Focus, man. But, god damn it, I need to focus, alright. Fuck. Alright, so yeah. You're trying to say that practice fucking speech stuff, not speech stuff. I don't know why I'm slumbering. It's because probably I'm hungry and I've been going for a while here, god damn it. But, yeah. So you're trying to say that you need to be kind to others in order to be kind back or whatever. It's like, well, you weren't really being kind to me, you were being a douchebag, as far as I'm concerned.
But the reason he allows people to die, and the reason that he allows people to do bad things, is because he gave everybody free will to do what they want to do in life. But he seems to think that the person won't be held accountable for speaking negatively, and that speech is freedom of speech. Well,
so you say that he allows people to do anything they want, free will, but then why would he punish people for doing what he allowed? That's something else to question. You say that, oh, it's free will. He's offering free will, and some people decide to do bad stuff. But it's like, okay, but if people do bad stuff and he exists and he's supposed to punish people, why would he create humans or humanity in a way where they could potentially do bad things or use his name in vain or all that shit? Why would that stuff even exist? Like wouldn't he make it to where humans couldn't even say his name in vain and couldn't even do bad things so they don't get punished by him? Like, that don't even really make sense if you think about it. I question that. Like I said, I question religion. I question a lot of things. That's something I question. It's like you say it's free will and this and that. It's like, well, if it's free will, then why would he make people do that? Like, why? I don't know. It just seems like a bullshit excuse for all the bad stuff that happens. So it's like, you know, it's often here, you do certain things, he punishes you for it, uses his name in vain, you could be punished for it, but it's like, okay, he gives everyone free will, but why would he give people free will to do bad things that he has to punish them for, even though he was the one behind who created it? So in a way, he could be responsible for a lot of the bullshit that happened, right? I mean, come on, think about it. A lot of these people are killers and pedophiles and, you know, kids who die with cancer. Isn't God responsible for that shit if he creates people with free will, so he allows this stuff to happen? Like, I don't know. I don't understand this logic. I don't know. I'm not, you know, I'll admit I'm not super informative with religion, so I'm probably not the person to talk to about religion. But based off my limited knowledge about religion, I question things, and I just wonder things, you know. I just want the facts. I don't care about a book. I don't care about what you believe, Larry. I just want the facts. And the one thing that I will say that you cannot disprove, and this can't be disproven at all, and this is not even an opinion, it's a fact. Nobody knows what happens when we die. You know, and that right there to me is sort of like, that's what makes me neutral and kind of agnostic and don't really know what to think with religion and God and all that stuff in heaven or hell, because that's something that hasn't and still can't be proven yet, and the fact that we don't know what happens when we die. we really don't know. Like, until you actually die, nobody really knows what happens when we die. So how do we know we're going to an afterlife or whatever? You know, like that's something to ask yourself. How do you know what happens when you die? That's something to ask yourself. You don't know what happens when you die. So that kind of puts a damper and a splinter and and to a point on, just questioning religion and, being aware if this is real or not, because of the fact that nobody knows what happens when we die. So that's something I can say, and that's something you can't dispute, Larry. You can't dispute that. Nobody knows what happens when we die. So I'm going to do a jump cut because I'm running out of time. I'll be right back. But yeah, like I said, you can't prove what happens when we die. So yeah.
That's not entirely true, because freedom of speech these days, some things you say can actually get you arrested, can actually get you in trouble with the law, get your ass locked up. For instance, if you make videos on the internet and too many people find it offensive and it's shown to the police and it's about killing somebody, then everybody loses their minds, and then before you know it, you have a cop knocking on your doorstep, coming to have a warrant for your arrest. And if you speak negatively on, say, Facebook or Instagram about somebody, and they happen to be in your circle, and they work at a job that you work at, they could fire you for that because it's considered bullying. So, is freedom of speech really freedom of speech? No, not really. Not really at all, JackalGoldKick. See? Again, you didn't use your brain.
When it comes to freedom of speech, there's limitations to it. You're right about that. There's certain things that you can say online that can get you in trouble. Like if you say something about the president, or if you make some bomb threat or some crazy shit like that, or say you're going to shoot up a place, then yeah, those things can get you in danger. There was like a young teenage girl that did some dumb shit where she was trolling the American Airlines, saying she was going to do something to their plane, and she got in big trouble for it. So, of course, there's freedom of speech is a lot more strict nowadays, where even speaking your mind and stuff, you get canceled or bullshit happens. But like those things you mentioned, those, even if people can do those things, they can have consequences. So I guess that's right. I guess that's true when it comes to that. So that's what I got to say about that particular thing.
Brain was shut off when you made this 2-hour and 4-minute video about me to say that you can say whatever you want without being held accountable. But really, freedom of speech is not really freedom of speech. It is in some aspects, in some regards, but in other regards, it's not. Because you can still be held accountable for your consequences. And when you die, when you get up to heaven's gates, God is going to judge those who actually went through their life, whether it was 70, 80, 90, or 100 years old. He's going to judge you on that throne. He's going to be on the throne. He's going to have his angels around. You're going to be in the middle, like a little man on a podium.
Okay, you claim I'm going to be in heaven and being questioned by God and stuff. Do you have any evidence behind this? If you think that's going to happen to me, tell me what happens when we die. Prove to me that God exists. Show me real evidence that God exists. Show me real evidence that heaven or hell exists. Because all I hear is your belief and what you think. When you said, this is what I believe. Yeah, it's because of what you believe. But can you prove it? Can you prove to me that heaven exists? Can you prove to me that hell exists? Can you prove to me that this is going to happen? And I challenge anybody out there that wants to prove me wrong on that, about God and stuff. Like, if you have real evidence or proof, please send it to me, because I don't know what to think of religion. So if anybody has any answers, I'd like to know. Because like I said, you listen to Ill by Hobson, 7 by Hobson. That's pretty much how I feel. So you claim that that's going to happen to me. How do you really know that's going to happen? Is there evidence of it? Is there proof of it? Is there proof that heaven or hell exists? Is there proof that's going to happen? No? Then this is just something you're talking about based off your belief, not really based off evidence. And in order for me to believe a certain religion or, be a certain way, I feel like I need to see proof. I need to see proof of this stuff. Because otherwise it just sounds like you're speaking based off of your belief, but not really based off of truth. Because I just want the facts. That's all I want. And yeah, freedom of speech isn't so much freedom of speech. That's true. I mean, certain things you say can get, they can get you in trouble and stuff, so that's true. But, when I was talking about freedom of speech, where I can say what I want, I was trying to basically say that, I can say retard and I can say this and that, and, what are you going to do about it kind of thing. That's pretty much what I was saying. I wasn't saying that, you can get away with certain things. But, yeah, it is true that certain things of freedom of speech can get you in trouble. So that is true, but I don't know. I wasn't really oblivious to that, So that kind of wasn't the point I was making, but whatever. But yeah, I can't agree with that at least. That's one of the only things you said so far in these videos that have any intelligence to them, I guess. But this religious jargon that you're speaking, unless you can prove it exists, shut the fuck up.
And you're going to feel like a big worm or a little worm on a big fucking hook. Just like that movie The Crow. Yes, I know that I took that from the movie The Crow, but still, you're going to feel like a little worm on a big fucking hook, and it's going to suck for you really badly.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Prove to me that this shit exists. Prove to me that God exists. Prove to me that heaven exists. Prove to me hell exists. You need to show me proof. Like cups exist. Well, here's a cup. Boom, cups exist. Something like that. You need to prove to me this exists, motherfucker. Because if you can't, then you need to shut your fucking mouth. Because all I hear is talk from you based off of your fucking belief. So shut the fuck up, man. And it's like you don't even, like, you're spreading hate as a religious person. See, what I don't get about some religion is it spreads hate. Like, it's like if you believed in God and all this stuff, shouldn't you be trying to convince me that it's real or why I should believe in it rather than threatening me and doing all this dumb talk, this dumb religious jargon? Like I said, unless you can prove this shit, shut the hell up. The whole big worm on the hook and this and that. Like, are you going to prove it? Are you going to actually give me proof that that's going to happen? Because I need evidence. That's why I don't believe in God fully. That's why I'm not religious, because I want to see proof that that shit exists. I need to see proof in order to believe in it. That's how I am, And you either just need to deal with it or move the fuck on and shut the fuck up. It's just stupid.
It really is. And you're not going to make it into the heaven's gates. And then you're going to be screwed.
Based off of your belief. But is it really based off of facts and evidence? That's my question.
And if you get to hell, then you never come back on this earth when it's reformed. So, see, I study the Word of God. I study the Bible. I know so much about it. And I know that scientists cannot prove that God doesn't exist, because it does exist.
So you say that scientists can't prove that he doesn't exist, but can they prove that he does exist? Because that's where I'm confused here. Just because you can prove, or just because you can't prove that he doesn't exist, doesn't mean that he does exist. Like, that's what I've always wondered. It's like there's no evidence to suggest he does exist, but there's also no evidence to suggest that he doesn't exist. That's why it's confusing. That's why it makes no sense. I'm not super informed with religion. I never really looked into books and all that stuff. So if you want to be religious, Larry Kool the Gamer, and be about what you read and stuff, that's cool. But don't push it on me. And don't be against gay marriage because the Bible said so. That's just stupid. And then what else did he say? I don't know. This religion jargon is just stupid, to be honest. I don't know. I don't really know what to think of religion. Because you can question so much stuff. You really can. And in order for me to believe in something, I need to see proof and evidence. I can't just believe in something based off of a book or based off of theories and beliefs. There has to be proof behind something in order for me to believe it and be like, okay, I believe in this and that. So I don't know what your evidence is, Larry, but if you have evidence, if you have proof, or if there's things you can tell me, then let me know, because otherwise I just don't see proof he exists. And I also don't see proof he doesn't exist. So I don't know what to think with religion. I'm not an atheist, but I don't know what to think with religion. I'm fucking lost. I'm confused on it. So that's the fucking truth.
It's called consciousness. It's called conscience. I've studied it. I've done my research on it. And I believe that God is real. I believe he's done things for me that I didn't think was going to happen.
But what about when things go wrong for you? Do you still think he's real? You still think there's proof to it? When you say that, I think you said earlier and even said here that when good things happen or things happen for you that's good, that you think it's the work of him. Do you think that same thing when things go wrong for you? Do you? That's something I'd like to know. Also, let me know when praying's ever did anything. 'Cause I know some people will pray on certain situations and it never does shit. So, you said certain good things happen. Well, okay, if that's what you think to believe it, sure, but what about when things go wrong? Do you say to yourself, well, it went wrong, that's just the way he wanted it to? Is that what you say as well? Because let me know. Because there's plenty of things in life that go wrong. Plenty. And then you say consciousness and all this stuff that you studied. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about that. You have to let me know, but is that stuff you mentioned, is that like proof and evidence it exists, or is it not? Is it just what you think? Because there's a difference between something you think or what you perceive as a truth versus what's really the truth when it comes to like this kind of topic. I don't know, anybody else out there that's religious, you have to let me know if there's really any real proof that he exists or if it's just kind of a mystery, because I feel like it's just a mystery. And that's all I am with religion. I don't hate God, I don't hate religion, I don't hate people like that. It's just, I just question it, and it's just a mystery to me. That's how I feel about religion and God and the whole thing. It's a mystery to me, and I just don't know. That's how I can't believe we're even getting into religion. Like, it started as YouTube beef over gaming, and now we're veering into religion. This is a whole fucking can of worms right here. What's next? We're going to get into politics? Maybe. Maybe we'll get into politics next. And then maybe after that, we'll get into fucking, I don't know, sexuality or some shit. I don't know. It's just crazy how this is veering. But when it comes to religion and stuff, I'm not against God. I don't know. I just don't know what to think of religion. It's a mystery to me. I just don't know what to think. Because one, all the stuff that happens. Two, you don't know what happens when you die. I don't know what to think of religion. It's hard to really make a decision because there's so many different religions. Just like Hobson said. I mean, which religion's a true one? Which God is a true one? Every religion has their own God. There's all their own religions. Which one's the right one? Which one's the true one? You know, I question things, and it's all a fucking mystery to me, honestly.
Don't doubt God and what he can do. So, those are just some things that I had to throw out here.
You said don't doubt God and what he can do, but what's wrong with questioning things, you know? The reason I'm doing this sometimes is because my arms are cold, but, you know, why not question things? Like, you said don't doubt God and what he can do, but shouldn't you try to think for yourself and really think about things and see if, you know, this stuff is real or if it's not, you know? I don't know. Maybe there's someone that does exist above us, but it's not what we think it is. It could be something completely different. Or we're in a simulation like the Matrix. I don't fucking know. But I feel like it's just, it's a whole big mystery in general. And hopefully one day we get answers for it.
I know what I'm talking about. He says I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, clearly he doesn't understand. And he's a simple-minded man.
How do I not understand, and how am I a simple-minded man when a lot of the stuff you say is bullshit? You claim I had no collection videos when I did. You claim I had no taste of gaming when I did. You claim I like survival horror games and I like other games. You claim I'm racist when I'm not. You claim I hate disabled people when I don't. You claim so many fucking things that are just factually wrong and that I can disprove and that I've done disproved. So, if anyone's stupid or a simpleton, you're the fucking simpleton. Shut your fucking mouth.
He's a douchebag. Fuck this guy. For real.
If you hate me so much, why do you keep making videos on me and leaving comments? I mean, I know I'm making this Mr.Beef, but goddamn, like, I don't know why you keep coming back to the channel. You could just ignore me, you know? You could just be like, oh, I'll pray for Jackal. I'm not going to be in beef with him. God this, God that. I don't fucking know, but you're the one who's stupid and a simpleton.
JackalGoldKick sucks. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to say for now, but I do have another part coming for this guy, because he had made not only a part 2 about me, but a part 3, and I have a funny feeling that pretty soon he's going to have a part 4 coming for me.
Yeah, this is part 4 right here for your ass, so of course, and you're going to do more of them? God.
I do believe it. He's been labeling these episodes Mr. Beef. Episode 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35, and so on and so forth. I don't give a crap how many videos he makes about me. I'm just hitting with straight up facts and reality here. If he doesn't like it, too bad.
You don't care how many videos I make on you, then why do you still make responses? Why are you planning on doing responses? To not care is to not take an action. Like how I said I don't care anymore about Zach G is to not make any more videos based on him, and I haven't done that. So clearly you care about how many videos I make on you because you respond to them and watch them more than once. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know how long I'll keep going with this, but yeah.
I actually had the courage to stand up against them. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for tuning in. Larry Kool the Gamer signing off, which I do give you the power and the enthusiasm in my videos when I tell you this. Stay safe, everyone. God bless you all. And stay tuned for another part because it's going to be coming. It's coming soon. And I am bringing in the enthusiasm here. Woo! 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 I'm like this dummy who doesn't say I bring any enthusiasm into my videos. But anyways, Larry Kool the Gamer, signing off. As always, peace.
Well, that was this video. JackalGoldKick Sucks Part 4. It sucked. Technically, you should call it Part 5 because you already made another video about me before that. But video was garbage. It was trash. Filled with a bunch of lies again. Just a bunch of nonsense, really. Besides the one or two things I said, which, may be true. But for the most part, this guy just said a bunch of bullshit about me, and his videos are garbage. I don't know how much longer I'll keep going back and forth with him and doing these episodes. I will eventually stop because I'm not going to keep beating the same topic over and over again and talking about the same person over and over again. I don't want to do that because it can get boring. But I at least had to make this one and say some more shit. Like I said, I'm going to think about whether I want to keep doing this or not with going back and forth with him, and then viewers can let me know how they feel about that. And then one more thing I'll say is he did like a rap diss to me. It's like 8 minutes long of him like sitting there freestyling. I won't go over that because it's like a rap freestyle and not necessarily a video saying things. But when it comes to the rap freestyle he did, it was pretty terrible. The rapping sucked and it was just complete fucking garbage. Shitty ass freestyle. It sucked. It was trash. It was whack. It was just lame as a motherfucker. So fuck his rap video he did on me. It sucked ass. That's all I got to say in this Mr. Beef episode 32. Larry Kool the Gamer Part 4. Peace.